Now, I want to share with you a powerful metaphor about the brain. This quote comes from William James, the American psychologist, and he wrote nearly a century ago. Nature, in her unfathomable designs, had mixed us of clay and flame, of brain and mind, that the two things hanging indubitably together and determine each other's being. But how or why, no mortal may ever know. Well, it's a beautiful quote. And 100 years ago, perhaps it seems we would never understand the connection between brain and mind, how consciousness and awareness can come from material of the brain. And I can't say we're really close to understanding it now. Maybe we'll never understand it. James says that we can't understand nature's designs. And he makes this metaphor of clay and flame. So clay is the brain, which is material, and flame is the thoughts, the consciousness, the awareness, which are immaterial. I like to think of it actually as a candle and a flame, because the candle wax is material. Like the brain's material, and it's mostly made of fat and water. Texture's rather like soft butter. And yet the flame, the thoughts, are immaterial. Consciousness thought, it's a beautiful flickering light that comes from the brain and the body. You can't grasp it. Just like a flame, it's playful, it's lambent, it's shining. And yes, it comes from the candle, which is material. How does it happen? We don't know. The two go together. We need to understand them both, brain and mind, candle and flame. The flame needs the candle. The candle needs the flame. But I'm not saying that awareness and consciousness can arise only from the brain. But the material of the brain does seem necessary, although not sufficient, for individual thought and awareness to manifest in this material world. The material of the candle affects the flame, and of course the flame affects the candle. And the nerve cells in the brain manifest the thoughts, and the thoughts in turn change the nerve cells. Our brain changes with our experience. We're in a dynamic world, and our brain changes dynamically in response to our experience. And I think that's incredible. Something that's immaterial, thought, can influence the material brain. So thoughts influence the material of the brain, and then the brain in turn will give us different thoughts. The brain's really an organ that creates, that changes experience into nervous tissue, and then the nervous tissue is changed into experience. I really like this metaphor. If you've got a different one, then I'll be delighted to hear it.